Okay, peace to the family. Was really good. This may be just a tad bit lengthy. I'll probably say 15 minutes or so, probably 20, who knows. But I think this is very significant, very important, especially for the people that's in the East Coast, like the Carolinas, Delaware, Baltimore, New Jersey, where I'm at, New York, where I'm from, and all of that, because of Category 5, the size of Texas, is heading our way. And I want somebody who has better knowledge than I have to explain it better. And I'm going to interject because some points I want to make as well. But please pay attention. This is very important.
Friday, September 1st, 8:20 Mountain Time, 2017. Hurricane Irma update. There's been a change in the model that I've been showing you guys, and for the first time, it's showing a landfall. And I'll get to that here in just a minute. But keep in mind, that's subject to change. A lot can happen between now and then, but there is a landfall on the model that I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute. But first, this is a visible loop of the hurricane. You can see the eye wall developing. It's getting what they call the buzzsaw effect. When it starts rotating faster, looks like a saw blade right up there on the top. That is a characteristic of a strengthening hurricane. This is high pressure. It's dominating the Atlantic right now, and that's what's steering this thing. And you can see right now there's a highway in the sky that's its path right towards North America. It just depends on what part of North America it's going to go to. A lot can happen, though, between now and then. But here goes. This is the model that I've been using. This is the GFS. And keep in mind, this is several days out. But right now, this is the 6th. I'll take it back even a day. Here's the 5th. It's a Category 3 and moving west-northwest. Let's step it up a day to the 6th. See how it kind of goes a little bit more northwesterly. Still a Category 3. Thursday, the 7th. Jumps to a Category 5. Still headed on that, what I just showed you. This highway in the sky right here. Right there. Step it to the 8th. Still, I think it drops to a Category 4. A strong 4, but it's not a Category 5. Right there, it's a Category 4, according to this model. Jump ahead to the 9th. Moves up about 150 miles off the coast of North Carolina as a strong, well, actually, right there, 161. That's Category 5. Right there off the coast of North Carolina. Now watch this. The 10th. Right into New York. Isn't that something? The 10th into the 11th, maybe. Right over New York City. 8 million people. That's incredible. But keep in mind, a lot can happen between now and then. This ridge of high pressure has to stay here, and from what I'm hearing, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So it's going to keep it on this same path, at least for a while, as long as that high pressure stays there. But that's incredible. And I measured from here, mile-wise, up to New York. That's 472 miles. Did the math, because in one day, the 9th to the 10th, goes right into New York with winds over 100 miles an hour. And that is moving forward at 20 miles, actually 19.5, but let's just say 20 miles per hour forward speed. So once it gets to the coast of North Carolina, if it doesn't change by then, maybe it could go into North Carolina, it could go up to New Brunswick, could go into Florida. A lot can change between now and then. But this model shows it from the 9th to the 10th, gaining a lot of forward speed right into New York. This is just what I'm seeing. This is showing me a track into New York. This isn't my model. This is the GFS. So, big heads up. I would prepare, get some things now just in case. But again, a lot can happen between now and then. But right now, showing the storm going straight into New York with some very strong winds. Thanks for watching, guys. Big heads up, and be safe out there. Saturday, September 2nd, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 2017. Hurricane Irma update. I want to take you guys up to September 6th. Today, right now, it's the 2nd. It's right in this location here. I mean, I can back it up and show you real quick. It's right back here. And the location is going to change with respect to landfall each and every day. This thing updates, I think, every 4 hours. So instead of doing a video every 4 hours, I'm just going to do a video once a day. I've had a lot of people ask, so I am going to do that. But just keep in mind that landfall, if it makes landfall, which it kind of looks like it's going to, will change locations because it's still a long way out. But I have something super interesting that I want to share with you guys that I just found today. And that's with respect to its location right here as a Category 4 hurricane east and slightly to the northeast of Puerto Rico on the 6th of September, about 3.5 days from today. This is null school. This is the wave height around the center of rotation, around the eye of the storm. Look what I found. On the 6th at 2300 Universal Time in this location, right there, as a Category 4 with wind speeds in the 150-mile-an-hour range, the wave height around the eye of the storm at this location, at this time right here, is 16.1 meters. 16.1 meters is 52.8 feet near the eye wall. And it's expected to strengthen, clear up to speeds of 191 miles per hour, sustained on the 9th. Right there. 3 days later, as it's moving more towards the coast. That is unbelievable. 52-foot wave height as a Category 4 east of Puerto Rico on the 6th. I can't go any further forward on this model. This is null school, or I would. That's as far forward as I can go. But I will take you forward now with the new forecasted model and show you what it's showing me. This isn't my forecast. This is this forecast from Venture Sky, courtesy of the GFS. Here we go. I'm going to step it forward to the 9th. And that takes it right up near the coast at North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, somewhere in that area. Now I'm going to step it forward 3 hours at a time. Here we go. So we're going to we'll go back to the 9th. Actually, the 10th. And we're going to step it forward 3 hours. That's at 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m. It's right near Chesapeake Bay, just off the coast of Virginia Beach, just north of Virginia Beach. And again, this is subject to change, guys. We're going to step it forward to 8 p.m. It's in Chesapeake Bay, Washington, Alexandria, Baltimore, and we'll step it forward to 11 p.m. and it's right over Washington, eye of the storm between Alexandria and Baltimore. But again, that's subject to change. That's a few days out, but those wind speeds and the wave height are extremely important. Those numbers are probably going to stay pretty accurate. Right now, the landfall has moved south dramatically. So it's more in the North Carolina, Virginia area, right into Chesapeake Bay. But again, it's these waves. If those waves maintain that height all the way towards the shore, keep in mind, this is as a Category 4. That's a 52-foot wave, significant wave, with a 16-second hang time. That is very unprecedented. So it doesn't hurt, guys, to stock up and just be prepared. This thing's showing signatures of 191 miles per hour sustained near the eye wall of this thing, and that's on the 9th. Unprecedented. So it's not going to hurt at all to stock up on some goods, some water, food, just in case. Right now, the models are changing every 4 hours. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, be safe out there.
Okay, now I've been watching this guy. Let me give his channel real quick because I want y'all to subscribe to his channel because he has greater info and he can explain it way better than I can because this is not my field. His channel is Mr. MRMBB333. I'm gonna put it up in a few minutes. Now, as you can see here on my YouTube page, I put, this was yesterday. He does a update every day because this GFS model that he used to track, you know, hurricanes to see which way it will go. It give you a 5 to 9 day prediction, and he said that using this formulation here, this software or whatever, the GFS, it's almost like 99.9% accurate on detecting and following hurricanes. So, and when I first looked at this yesterday, and I was looking at CNN, they was telling me two different stories from what this guy was saying here, and they talking about don't worry or no nothing like that. See, look. Anyway, I'm gonna explain myself in a few minutes, but let me just read. I have a point why I'm showing you this. Now check this out. Listen up, people from the East Coast, please be advised that a Category 5 hurricane is heading towards the Carolinas or Jersey, Delaware, NYC, depending on the direction it may go. This is within the next 5 to 9 days. Don't take this shit lightly. Remember to watch this in your news and share this. You've seen what happened in Texas. Stay safe out there. Real shit. 1. Now, as you can see, it say August 30th. 2017, excuse me. Okay, I got like 6 people that like it and 2 comments. I wasn't looking for likes. I was looking for many shares. I got 1 share, and that was my homegirl Melinda. Now, last night I put this up. I said, because I'm like, damn, motherfuckers is really inconsiderate. They see me putting up things to warn y'all, so y'all just gonna take this lady, like skim over what I'm saying and don't share it. I'm saying to share. So I said, you know what, long as I get 1 person to pay attention, that's fine with me. So I put, I know some people is gonna see this and ignore it. That's your fault. Sometimes having a good heart is a curse. I will say something very sideways, but why? But anywho, y'all motherfuckers better be ready, because NYC is or may not, but it's looking like a definite, a Category 5 hurricane is coming. Y'all better plan in advance. Get into a brick building that can handle 181 miles per hour winds. If I could save 1 life, that's fine. But if you're in grade, Godspeed. Bye. Do a comparison between CNN, Fox News, and the rest of them with what this guy is showing you here, and you decide who's keeping it, who's keeping you really informed. Now, I got 1 like, and that's from my homegirl Shamika. I'm not looking for any consideration. I'm just doing my job, what I feel like I think I should, you know, at least warn some people. I think people are so desensitized, or so much of ingrates, and so much of just I don't know what word to put it. If I put up some old ratchet stupid shit, I get so many likes of ha 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 memes and all this stupid shit, right? But I'm glad I'm you know, are aware and you know, basically doing a PSA. So I'm not going to talk any longer, because I got 1 more thing to show you, because this is HAARP at its finest. This is HAARP at its fucking finest. Let's get into it real quick.
Looking pretty. This is where it gets really strange, right here. So you didn't even have to wait 5 minutes, like 45 seconds. All right, crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, they just can't hide it anymore because it's all over. Now, people are seeing anomalies coming from Antarctica. There's this guy that does these really cool videos that are a combination of little clips, you know, 5-second, 10-second clips of people that he watches and C.S. Goodwin, look him up. And he will make some, funny 5-10 minute podcasts, add some music and special effects and stuff. But anyway, he said that he's been noticing this radar coming from Antarctica region. This looks like it's coming from, I don't know. I mean, this is just crazy. Check it out. Here we go. I'm hitting the start button. Refresh. Okay, you can see, just look at the line at about the 100 o'clock position, if you use the o'clock as a longitude. It's the 100 longitude right there. Okay, here we go. Look at it. It just shoots across the entire... Right about there. Boom. See that? Starts right there, west. I don't know, kind of in the middle of the ocean, west of California. Then it kind of dissipates. And then look at how it forms here. Then it forms again down there, South America, Brazil. And then it shoots into Africa. Look at this. And then it just disappears. So let's watch it again. So I see it's almost like it shoots the entire globe. Look at this. This is crazy. If you really watch this. Yep, right there. It's like there's an invisible line. You'll see all the way at the 20.20 longitude position. And it's like behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden it kind of pops out at about 180. And then it really pops out at about 160 as well. Parallel almost to the top of California, but over 1,000 miles west in the middle of the ocean. So I'm going to hit play again. And then it kind of like it shoots through. And then all of a sudden you'll see it at the 40, the 30, and the 20. So check this out. Starting over. You can see it behind the scenes, And then it starts coming. It comes out right there. What are they doing? I mean, that's just crazy. See that? Did you see that line? That anomaly at about the 170? Right there, 170. Yeah, that's just bizarre. And then it forms again, then it disappears, then it forms again. It's like wow. What are they doing out there? Now let's talk about what'll happen if Hurricane Irma decides to hit New York City. What if it hits the coast? What if it just blasts and obliterates the Dominican Republic, the Caribbean, many of these islands out there, Turks and Caicos? And then it goes up, so it hits Florida, and then it curves up into New York City, all the Gulf towns along the way, just like a trail of destruction. Now, here's the question, folks. Who's doing it? Who's doing it? China? Russia? North Korea? Now, do you see that strange anomaly that's popping up at about the 170? I'm going to stop it when it happens again, because it's not as noticeable. You really have to keep your eyes open. Will you just look at it? Will you just look at it? There it is, right there. Boom. You see that? Just look at the 170, 180. Go up parallel to these islands out there, South Asia Pacific. And it's like this bizarre line that's huge. I mean, that's just massive. That is humongous. Hello, ladies. All right, bad joke. I'm sorry, but here we go. Boom, right there again. And now this time it's the pattern's kind of, you know, it's not as solid. So it starts off this just huge, massive, solid rod in the ocean, and then it dissipates into multiple, like what you would see on a radar on screen, sonar. And I've also been told that Tyler from Secure Team, I haven't had a chance to check his videos yet, but I heard he has some great videos on there as well showing this type of anomaly. So I'm going to have to check that out to see how it parallels. But you're seeing the entire globe. This thing's taking the entire world by storm, folks. This is global. And then it goes, shoots down Brazil, and then it cuts down south. Whoa, right there. Boom. 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 Bang. Bang, bang, bang. It like rolls in, lights up again. It does that twice, you'll notice. And then it hits it once right there. Wow. That's something else. That is something else. So this is tropic.ssec.wisc.edu. Weather wars. Are we at war right now? And they're like, okay, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're not going to let the masses know because we want them to continue to buy your products, China. But we know you're pissed at us. And we know we're at war right now. So let's do something a little bit different. Let's have a gentleman's bet on this one. What do you say? What do you say, Zoo? What do you say? Shake my hand. Come on. Let's do it this way. What if they're like doing these weather? Like, okay, well, you know, maybe it doesn't make sense. Let's just see what happens. Let's see how much madness we can create, how much chaos, how much destruction. And for goodness sakes, the Weather Channel, the Weather Company, the Weather, now an IBM company. This information, you guys, that we have access to, this, they know about it before they tell us. How much power does China have right now? I was told by the gal that founded the Watchmen with her husband in Idaho. She talked to an inside source, way above my pay grade, that China was given multiple swaths, like huge amounts of land in California for debt. What if there is a battle going on right now, but in order to feed the machine, in order to feed the war system, they've got this behind the scenes, okay, we'll play ball, you play ball, these are the parameters. It's like a game of Risk at the global scale. Or is this something that our own government is doing? But why would our own government do it? Why would our own government want to collapse unless it had a loophole to take complete control as a government?
Because this fucking government and its handlers, like the Rothschilds, Rome, the Queen, and all of them, they have extracted so much from the earth and from other countries, far as gold, diamonds. You know how much gold that they have? You know gold is more precious than diamonds. But let's just skip all that, because that means nothing at this point. They have everything damn near what they need. It's just more of the other people who want to be as rich as the top elite that's trying to get their share as well. But they're gonna shut this shit down and change the currency, because they got damn near everything that they already have. They have so much real value of money, meaning minerals, gold, and things of that nature, and other things that may elude my mind right now. But they have a plan. Again, they're more sophisticated with their madness, and they really want to depopulate the earth. HAARP is real. It's high aurora. I'm trying to remember the acronym, but I'm gonna put it up there when I go back over this. But they shoot millions of rays, radiation, into the ionosphere, and it will bounce off the ionosphere and direct it to a specific location that they want to attack or hit, to modify the weather, knowing how the pressure is as far as the wind and everything, and the currents of the water, and how everything moves. It will go in a specific location that they want. So with that being said, that's what they do, and they've been doing this since the 40s, but now it's just getting more recognition, and you know, things is, you know, they got whistleblowers, people starting to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? But this has been for years. Oh, this is definitely nothing new. But this category 5 that's gonna hit us, this is deliberately done. And why is that? I'm asking myself that. I really think that they want to start all over. Take their time to start all over. When you destroy something, like destroy some of these businesses and all these homes, like what's going on in Houston, that's more money for them to make more money, because you have to rebuild. Rebuild takes money, right? Yes. So it's all about a money tactic. Destroy and rebuild. And they probably betting, like the elites is so crazy, the shadow government, they probably making bets on what country to destroy and hit with a so-called mother nature catastrophe, something that nature has done on its own, when they can't control and modify the weather. This is deliberate, like I said. New World Order, FEMA camps, microchip, one world government, control of the masses of people. This is what exactly going on. And like I said in previous videos, that they have sophisticated ways. Have you heard of the King Alfred plan and other things? You know, like what you call that, global 200, I think it's global 300 or global 200, 600 or something like that, right? The depopulation of the fucking world, to depopulate, to kill off. This is their way. They came up with a sophisticated way to control and to depopulate and to manipulate, seize control over. I know I said it quite a few times. They are using the weather to do so, and they know what they can destroy. They're going to obviously make money far as rebuilding it. It's going to take money. So it's gonna really be crazy, and they're going to take it all out the Americans' tax dollars. Okay? These people are sadistic, psychopathic people. And I'm going to say that some people is going to really get their feelings hurt right now, but that's fine, because I never play around with the truth. I'd rather give you the bitter truth than the sweetest lie ever. Now, people want to talk about black people and how we are this stereotypical magnified attributes that's being displayed in the world, right? Now, the people who's really doing the most hideous things, black people is not at the top of the pyramid, who's sitting in them rooms, who's on Jekyll Island or inside the motherfucking what's the name of that palace that the Queen Elizabeth in Birmingham, whatever the fuck you want to call it, making these decisions, or sitting at the Bilderberg table or the IMF table or the Trilateral Commission, these hidden boardrooms. These people with melanin is not participating or even giving an inclination on how to destroy the world or to make the masses, which is the diversity of people, to serve their purpose and their agenda. These people does not look at our people. We look at the damage that they're doing to this planet. People gonna say that it's not a black or white thing. I trust me, I relate to that concept. I relate to it, and I believe it's true in its sense. But evil is not a black or white thing. It's a good versus evil. Okay, that's true. So the ones who's doing these things, why they just happen to be mainly a particular skin color. I'm just asking the question. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not deliberately trying to make somebody feel any type of way. I'm asking the question. This right here is, y'all not going to feel this. Y'all going to feel some type of way. That's fine. It's supposed to, because a light bulb should go off in your head about certain things. That is definitely a war. But see, the people who, you know what, I'm going to leave that thought alone. I'm going to leave that one alone. Who is destroying the air? Who is fighting, the weather? Who's creating GMOs in our food? Who's making plastic fucking fish? Do y'all know they have plastic fish? Check out the UK video with the African guy talking about the fish that I kill you. If I'm glad that I checked it out, because if I would have ate it, I would have died and they've been poisoned and things. Make sure you go and you check your fish. They selling plastic fish. So, do you understand? Who is doing this stuff to the world, to the food? Look at what's going on with these animals. Clone fish and clone food. Oh my God. Oh, damn, the name is on my food. All these disease, these poisonous fucking chemicals in our cereal, in our water, in our fucking toothpaste, in the fucking air. I took my son to the park 2 days ago. He said, "Dad, look," and he pointed to the sky. He said, "Clouds." I said, "No, son, that's called chemtrails." And he had that facial expression like, "Chemtrails? What is that?" I had to explain to him, even though it still didn't register to him, because he's 6 years old. I just want to just let it sting for a minute. This is not deliberate. It's just a fucking question. So when you fucking judge our people, look at the people who's really doing stuff that really affect the fucking world and everybody's livelihood. So when you see me, because I can't look intimidating, you want to clutch your purse or lock your doors, fine. I'm not the real threat. I'm really not the real threat. But anywho, I hope I'm not deliberately trying to make y'all feel uncomfortable. I'm giving you the truth. Truth is not always a happy truth. You're not going to always feel comfortable when you hear facts. Facts. Undisputed, irrefutable data and facts. But again, I digress. But I just want to say something. I'm going to leave you with a video. I did this in 2000. Well, this was like 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Some shit. It was in 2009 or 2008. And I did it with my I didn't even have a microphone, and I had my my Microsoft camera that has a mic on top of it. And the audio is crazy, but I think y'all can hear me. It's called New World Order. I'm just going to give y'all the first verse, and I'm getting out of here. I'm going to give a shout out to the two channels that I just used, that gave us this magnificent info on the goddamn, you know, the weather and all that. Y'all definitely subscribe to MRMBB333 YouTube channel. I'm gonna put it up in the other one. Hold on, let me get it right now. I'm gonna edit this shit anyway. Leak Project. Go to Leak Project. Okay, LEAK Project, PROJECT. Please subscribe to their channel. I did use their footage because, hey, when people can express things that's not in your field and they can express it better, just give it to the people. So this is all I'm doing. So with that being said, I just wanted to get that out to the people. If y'all feel offended, it's nothing I can do. It wasn't deliberate. It wasn't nothing that I intentionally wanted to do, but it's something that I feel that it was very needed to say, and I think this was a very good time to at least lay it out. So it is what it is. You don't have to like my channel. You can unsubscribe. It's fine. Somebody is going to love my content. So with that being said, I'm out. And y'all know my slogan, right? Black love, black power, peace. And don't laugh at my song either. I still like the song. Now look, I know I shouldn't even have to explain myself, but I'm gonna do it real quick, real brief before I play this song. Now, in my chorus, is going to say, yo, these crackers in control and they evil. I just finished explaining to y'all who's in control. If you're not the one who's controlling the money, who's not controlling the HAARP facilities, the banking system, everything, and that's willing to maintain the population under 500 million, even though there's 9 billion people. So that means they're gonna have to slowly kill 8 billion and 500 million people to maintain population at 500 million. Now if that's not you and you don't have that power, shut it up. It's deeper than your inner feelings, and I'm never going to explain myself again. Oh, and then cracker, y'all should feel good about that, because at the end of the day, I understand what y'all may think, but the cracker is the slave master who had the whip, the leather whip. It was the crack of the whip. So it was like, watch out for that cracker, because he's about to crack you with the whip. This is slavery words. So at that time, that's what they called y'all. So don't feel bad. Feel good. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but that's not even a bad name for y'all at the end of the day. But anywho, now let's get into the video, and bye.
Have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founder.
Illuminati that wanna take my soul and have my mind and body control. But I know what the law beholds. That harsh reality is told. They want that oil, cash, and gold. Them fucking assholes, America has been sold. They shooting beams up in the sky. That's what things modify, cause them frequencies is high. And them cows start to cry. I'm talking everybody, your loved ones and your families close together. HAARP using high frequencies, and that to control the weather like tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes. All that's orchestrated. That don't make your nerves shake. My son is 2 months, and I hope I see his first birthday. This crack is trying to depopulate in the worst way. Now what y'all niggas gonna do when a disaster strikes? Better repent for your sins than live in the afterlife. I'm always feeding my brain, that's the facts of life. I'm on my knees, hands to the sky. I need to ask for Christ. Lord, if you real, please show us a sign. In this hell down here, please show us a sign. Yo, these crackers in control and they evil. And Lord, please forgive me for my sins. Amen. In other words, I say fuck religion. Fuck that shit is bullshit. All they cause is a fucking division. All religions won't come to the table to talk and listen. Why? Because it's not to keep us free. Our minds are stuck in prison.